which yesterday, Monday, charged the Accountant General of the Federation, Samshidin Ugunjimi, to produce a comprehensive breakdown of all payments made to contractors from the 2.4 trillion naira recently released by the federal government for project execution across the country. This followed confirmation by officials of the Office of the Accountant General that disbursements totaling 2.4 trillion have been given out to various contractors executing projects for the federal government. Lawmakers, however, insisted that the funds must translate into projects that Nigerians can see, touch, and benefit from, warning contractors against the fraudulent practice of brandishing certificates of completion of jobs that exist only on paper. I think it's debts rather than arrears. Annie, this is a major issue. Some contractors have been wrecked to the point of kobolessness on account of being owed for too long. As a matter of fact, there was a point in this country that some young ladies would say, no, if the man is a contractor, no matter what he's showing me now, I will not agree. Because the life of the contractor, particularly in a situation where they are not paid constantly, is like seeing the moon, in a dash. Because when you are paid, you have so much. And sometimes you are paying back the loans you took to be able to execute the contract. And so you are left with so little. But out there, it is not anybody's business, particularly the giver of the contract, whether you are borrowing money. And so when you come again, they give you, and you go back and you borrow. But to pay back, if it is constant, I think there won't be problem. Now there is a major issue where the nation was disgraced because contractors in their numbers gathered around the Ministry of Finance in a very popular part of the Federal Capital Territory, the 3-arm zone, where the Federal Secretariat and the Ministry of Finance is. They came the first time and they came the second time. And all of these were publicized worldwide. Up until now, they're on top of it. Because I had asked before, these contractors that cried, have they been paid? We haven't heard from them. Apparently, they haven't been paid.
On a lighter note, as a single lady, I have vowed I would never marry a contractor.
No.
Because those people have 9 lives. You go and borrow money and do business. The business will owe you for months. You'll be spending money chasing the money.
Mhm.
Then you get the money, you pay your debtors, and you are left with, oh God, I can't do it.
You can imagine
I can't do
live in Calabar for a ministry or whatever in Abuja.
You be traveling, paying flight
Because
tickets.
you are a big man, as seen in society, you want to fly.
Oh, wow.
Now, do you know the cost of flying from, say, Calabar to Abuja or Lagos to Abuja?
And then you go and come empty-handed.
Then you go there and you lodge in a hotel.
Hey.
And you want to lodge in a hotel where you'll be seen as a big man.
Try,
you probably take car hire service, which will not be the ordinary one that people, are used to. I don't want to mention Corolla. You go and take an Uber of, the one that is of means, for them to see you as someone. Even as MCs, we used to do that too. Annie, you are going to bid for an MC job, you can borrow a car so that when they see you, they say, wow, this guy, yes, you can. Meanwhile,
and by the time you get to the ministry, you grease the palm from the gate man to the secretary to the PA just to get information from them. How far? Any updates? Any updates?
And now to the lawmakers. The deputy speaker and chairman of appropriation committee and all that, as we have been told here, the ad hoc committee on budget implementation, Benjamin Kalu, they cannot tell me that they don't know that these things happen. They cannot tell me that, yes, contractors have certificates that exist merely on the certificates, but not on ground for us to see, touch, and feel. Why is it that it is when the contractors have gone on strike and they have threatened, fire and brimstone, that the deputy speaker is saying this? 10% has been there since the days of even Shagari. At least I was old enough to know. And they were known as 10%ers. In fact, in the days of Shagari, it was also called kickback. That was when I heard the word kickback for the first time. I thought it's like kicking back, like a horse that is kicking back. I didn't know it's money that is going back. And the contractor is signing 10 million, but is giving back 6 million. And then they will tell the contractor, I beg, anything with the 4 million people, just go and do, Jerry. And that is why we have these wishy-washy jobs being done every day. For instance, in Abia, it had been said before, the same rain that falls here is not as much as what falls in Uyo, for instance, or in Akwa Ibom, in Delta, in Rivers, in Bayelsa. How come their roads last longer than the roads in Abia? Is it not because of this kind of, it may not be, I'm not alleging anything, no. And even if it's an allegation, yes, one can allege. When can we have roads that can sustain? Because if the contractor brings a certificate, he should also sign some warranty of how long it should last before we begin to see damages. Go to Ikotekwene Road today. As you're going from the roundabout at Opobo Junction to the waterside, you see damages to the road that has just been constructed a few months ago. What kind of rain falls here? Does it have teeth and digger when it's falling from the sky? Question.